Yeah, Mr. Speaker, it is a great privilege to speak on the third reading in support of electronics transactions or contract formation amendment bill. I want to thank my good colleagues, my chair of the committee, Nancy Young, and also, of course, the National MP Paul Goldsmith, for bringing this member's bill to the House. And also thank other committee members for their hard work. Now, before I talk about the bill, I would like to talk about trade relations between China and New Zealand. Now, I understand that when I became MP 2011, China was the second largest trading partner. Now, China is the largest trading partner of New Zealand. Now, we shouldn't take it for granted. We still need to expand our trade with China. There are many ways of doing this, but online trading is a key part of the expanding trade relationship with China. Now, for that reason, I understand Minister Tim Grosser has been working very hard to expand online trading with China. I actually worked with Minister Grosser to try to set up a virtual New Zealand house in China, and we did that. In March this year, when Minister Grosser was visiting China, he launched a website which is called Fresh New Zealand. Basically, Alibaba, the largest electronic company, basically largest company in China, basically. So Alibaba, now this company is so important. Now, on the 11th of November each year, we call a single day, right? A single day online trading through Alibaba is about 20 billion Chinese dollars for one single day. That's how big 20 billion Chinese dollars. That's one single day through Alibaba. That is how important online trade is. In China, that's about divided by 4 or by 5. So divided by 5, $20 billion with New Zealand dollars. New Zealand, of course, very, very big trading, one single day. Now look at that. This is the picture of China. Online trading, the market is basically, we believe we cannot miss this particularly important market. And that is why we say we need to provide facilities, infrastructure for the future. And this bill will simply improve our infrastructure for the future, for the trading. Now, Mr. Speaker, as we have heard from the previous speakers, the purpose of the bill is to clarify the legal position on time at which a contract is formed. Now, this is important because for business, we need clarity. Right? Now, if the acceptance of offer is sent by electronic communication, when is the contract formed? This is very important. That is why this bill will clarify this. So this bill will amend Electronic Transactions Act 2002. Now, Mr. Speaker, the Commerce Select Committee, of which I'm a member, recommended the bill be passed with amendments. This is a good bill. It clarifies uncertainty around when contracts are formed, if offers of acceptance are made through electronic communications like email. Clear and predictable laws governing commerce are some of the foundations of a successful modern economy. Now, this bill will deliver clarity and certainty, which will lead to confidence, and confidence leads to greater investment. Now, very clearly, people, overseas investors, are very interested in New Zealand, not only because we have good opportunities, but also because we have very clear rules, very clear environment, very transparent. So this is very important. So under current legislation, when a contract is accepted by post, a rule applies. That means the contract has been formed as soon as acceptance was placed in the post. However, this rule does not cover contracts accepted electronically. For example, email. So if someone accepts a job by email, then there is no legal uncertainty over when that contract is formed. So, Mr. Speaker, this bill tidies up small area of uncertainty. It will amend Electronic Transactions Act 2002 to follow this postal acceptance rule relating to electronic communication. And, Mr. Speaker, given the prevalence of electronic communications in society today, including email, smartphones, and social media, it is good that the current act be amended to cover such areas. But basically, in today's world, it's hard to imagine that we do not have electronic devices. So, for example, iPhones, for example, is very important to our life, and we work and also we do transactions. So, Mr. Speaker, the national government is committed to operating online in the 21st century. It is about making the public service work better for taxpayers, businesses, and consumers. And this will result in a more competitive and productive economy, which will support jobs, higher wages, first-class education, and health systems, and help New Zealanders and families to get ahead in New Zealand. Now here, education in particular is also important. Why? Because now I have a kid who is 13 years old. Now, every day when she does homework, she will go online to research all these things. Basically, the younger generation is more literate in terms of using electronic devices. Now, so it's important we do have this clarity for future generations. So, Mr. Speaker, these are the things that matter for to New Zealanders, and which the national-led government supports and is working hard to deliver for New Zealanders. We have set a target that an average of 70% of New Zealanders' most common transactions with government will be completed in a digital environment by 2017, and that is 70%. Now, this includes, among other things, renewing adult passports, applying for visas, financial assistance, IRD numbers, and paying vehicle licensing. Well, there are many more options, of course. We have many things that can be done via electronic communication. Mr. Speaker, the national government is also investing $1.65 billion to deliver a faster broadband to 97.8% of all New Zealanders where they live, work and study by 2025. We believe ultra-fast broadband is vital. It will promote innovation, create jobs, and grow the New Zealand economy. Actually, I was talking to someone the other day. He was working online, basically doing transactions from New Zealand and overseas. He found that currently it is quite difficult because we do not have ultra-fast broadband. Now, National is focused on building a more competitive and productive economy, and New Zealand's unemployment rate continues to be lower than most OECD countries. Through our comprehensive business growth agenda, the government has a strong focus on creating the opportunities for competitive businesses to invest and employ more people. So our results so far are reflected in strong growth, increasing employment, and improved trade balance, stronger productivity growth, and real wages rising faster than the cost of living. We are working to ensure our public services make the most of online services. The bill, the Electronic Transactions Amendment Bill, recognizes we live in an internet age, and that is a good thing. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Trevor Mallard, I'm advised this is not a split call.
No, it's not a split call, Mr. Speaker. I want to use the time that is available both to the Greens and to the Labor Party. The first point I want to make, just sorry, trying to look through the non-transparent member, is to acknowledge the mover of the bill. He did pick up something that should have been in the Statutes Amendment Bill. He used a Gestetner or a photocopier or something to copy